Osei, who's joined us in the studio. Gideon, welcome to the Assassin Breakfast Show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So you go by the nickname the Rabbit Man.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it.
All right, so the Rabbit Man came about as a nickname initially because of what I do, but then later it came to stay. Yeah, so I'm into rabbit farming. So I started with the farms and then later went straight into the grilling aspect, and then now I'm fully into the grilling aspect.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because you originally, so tell us about you just before you started rabbit farming.
All right, so my name is Gideon Osei, founder of the Rabbit Man, founder of Guns Cleaning Service, founder of Guns Teas. So from childhood I liked just anything buying and selling, and then went to uni, did natural resources management.
Okay.
And then from I think my final year in school, I had a lecturer who told us about small organisms, which is grass cutters, rabbits. He said he got a grant of $1 million to rear these things.
Wow.
And then being a business-minded person,
You saw the millions, you saw the small animals, and you're like,
before he said it, I saw it.
you saw it. You're like,
Exactly. Exactly. So when he said it, automatically it's clicked with me. I was like, okay, so I will try this one day. And then God being so good, after service, I was working with Ghana Wildlife Society. And then while I was doing it, I was on LinkedIn scrolling on their pages one time, and then I saw a post by GIZ. So it was an entrepreneurial pitch thing whereby they give you equipment worth 9,000 Ghana cedis. So I applied with a team, and then we got the funding for 9,000 Ghana cedis. So that was when we started the farms. So after the farm, a year into the farm, I got a request for a grilled rabbit. So upon doing the order, it was very, very hectic because I didn't know how to grill. I didn't know how to season the meat as at that time. So it was hectic. I had to take the meat to one place for it to be seasoned, for it to be killed, and then for it to be grilled.
wow.
I ended up spending about 140 or 160 cedis on the process. And then after selling it to the customer, I still made a lot of profit. I was like,
wow.
This is
Adi
crazy.
Befa.
Yes. And then I did research into rabbit meat. And then rabbit meat is also called lean meat or white meat. So why lean or white? So it has less fat, it has less cholesterol, it has a lot of protein. And literally when you kill a rabbit, when you slaughter it, it has little to no blood in it. Yes, so I realized, okay, I can be doing business and then also be health conscious as well. And then you need little to no space to have a farm. So I was like, okay, I can also be environmentally inclined with it as well. And then through that, the Rabbit Man came about.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
Now this is brilliant, and I like the story. So for you, there was always this desire to do business.
Yes, sir.
And you had your feelers out looking for opportunities.
Yes, sir.
You to lecture hall, when we school now, dreams kind of.
Oh, I never saw myself in the corporate world. Yes, so I was always looking out for the next opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, but you taking this idea and turn it into a thriving business.
Yes,
but
sir.
as you said, your lecture talked about small organisms. So there's grass cutter, there's rabbit, squirrels, all of these things. Why rabbits?
Okay, so after the GIZ thing, before the GIZ, upon applying, I was then looking at one of the small organisms to use. But then my dad is a bishop, and then he likes backyard farming, these things. So we had red grass cutters already.
Okay.
And grass cutters was going to be hectic because they rely solely on grass. And then Amatofanko barrier is developed now. So there is little to no grass around. So I looked at the next best option, which I didn't know was actually the best option, which was the rabbit farming.
So for you, in terms of the next best option being that you'd already tried the grass cutters, but you were in short supply of their feed.
Exactly.
But rabbits was more versatile in what they eat.
Yes.
Okay.
So rabbits, you can... everything you eat at home, a rabbit can eat.
Oh wow!
Yes. So and then they self-medicate. With bitter leaf, with moringa, they are good.
Wow.
Yes, and then you can also use the poultry feed. They eat cabbage, they eat mango, they eat
carrots.
But funny enough, they don't like carrots as much.
Well, we were sold that idea in the cartoons, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I went into the rabbit business.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So what you thought was going to be like, okay, next best thing actually became the real deal.
Yes, sir.
In terms of, look, I'm sure that it's not all been rosy, okay?
Oh.
What are some of the major hurdles you've had and how did you scale those?
Okay, so the biggest one is rabbit. Everybody sees rabbits as a pet. So that's the major one.
Yeah, they got nice doughy eyes like that.
Exactly. But then you see, God puts like the nice things in the very delicate items. So rabbit tastes marvelous, very, very good. So that was the first part. People shifting people's mindsets from it being a pet to, oh, we can consume it and it's good for our health. So the next one is, when I started, my pricing was bad. So for about a whole year, I was running what I would call a non-profit. So I was just running the business, but then I was just putting money into the business, and then I wasn't making a lot or anything out of it. Yeah, so those were the major hurdles I would say I faced. Yeah.
Wow. So for you, the perception that rabbits are pets. I mean, to be honest with you, there's a country I know. If you kill one rabbit out there, you may.
Okay.
I mean, there are societies that, of course, would look at rabbits, and animal rights activists will say, well, rabbits should be, protected. But there's no law against it.
And then in the European countries, they have factories which produce rabbit meat.
Oh wow!
South Africa produces rabbit meat. The backyard farmer would have about 1,000 units of rabbits. Yes, so I think it's something that we should look into. And then, as I said, it doesn't require a lot of space. And then they are prolific breeders, so they can produce in the shortest possible time a lot of rabbits.
So how many rabbits do you have now?
Right now, I have about, on my farm, I have about 90 to 100.
Okay.
And then I also do the outgrower system. So I give people rabbits, they rear, and then I buy from them. So those, I don't keep the numbers.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
But how did you go? I mean, you talk about them being prolific breeders.
Yes, sir.
How fast were you able to grow your, say, a pair into a whole brood of them?
Okay, so I started with 2 females and a male.
Okay.
And then the gestation period or the pregnancy period is a month.
Wow.
Thank you.
So every month you could you'd be welcoming newborn rabbits.
Yes, but then that's not advisable.
Okay.
So every month they give birth to between 4 and 14.
Hey.
Yes. And
now
then,
I see why it's not advisable.
And then, not even in terms of their numbers, but in terms of health.
Yeah, I mean, but if they're popping 4 to 14, babies at a time.
And then they need about 8 weeks to wean them. That is, separate them from the mom. And then after 8 weeks, you can go again. So in a year,
you have 4 cycles.
You can have 6.
Okay.
Based on how good you schedule it.
All right.
Yes. And then if everyone is, so let's do 4 to 14, let's say 10, or let's say 8, if you are doing just 6 bets, you can do the calculation. It's crazy numbers.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, I like the fact that, they're pretty relatively easy to rear, and also the fact that it's lean meat, lean meat. But clearly you have an eye for opportunity. You're constantly learning, and you took the initiative at the time. Let me just pay a quick bill, and then when we come back, I would like to learn from you. I mean, what the future holds for you,
sure.
And how can young men who are out there saying, "Charlie, what can they do with themselves?" Stay with us. This is the Sassy Breakfast Show.
Vena Water is proudly made in Ghana by Trillium Industrial Company Limited and is purified using a series of filtration, reverse osmosis, UV sterilization, and ozonation to meet high standard of quality and safety. Vena, which is ISO certified, is also awarded as the Water of the Year at the Ghana Beverage Awards 2021, Product of the Year by Ghana Manufacturing Awards 2019, Water Producing Company of the Year by Ghana Manufacturing Awards 2021. Purchase a bottle of Vena, which comes in 330 ml, 500 ml, 750 ml, 1.5 liters, and 15-liter jar. For bulk purchase, contact 0249 717777. This advert is FDA approved.
The Sassy Breakfast Show.
Right, welcome back. We're having a conversation with Gideon Nyamiche Osei, the Rabbit Man. So Gideon, I love the story. If there's a young man out there, it may not be. How would you use your story to encourage someone to look beyond their present circumstance and dream and go after it?
Okay, so first of all, I think what is happening in Ghana is called a brain drain. Most people are learning things and then they are going outside to send all the knowledge they are getting out there. Whilst there are so many opportunities in Ghana. You can see how the Chinese, the Europeans are all trying to come here and then do businesses, but we are all trying to run away. If you look at the Rabbit Man, it's not so traditional, and it's also traditional in a way.
Okay.
Because sometimes I just say that what I'm doing is what people would say abochi, but it's with a little bit of branding. Yes, so I would tell the young man out there, go on the ground. Don't go and wear a suit and a tie and go and send your CVs all around. That time you are using, you can put it into something else, and then it will work out for you.
Wow.
And then you need to put in the work, and then you need to, even if it's not working out, just keep doing it. It will work out.
And what would you, I mean, apart from doing the rabbits, is there anything else that you're doing?
Yes, so I completed KNUST. I have a cleaning service on campus as well, which is Gons Cleaning Service.
Gons?
Yes, sir.
How do you spell it?
Gons. So
Okay.
Gideon Osei Nyamiche.
Oh, so
Yes,
Gons. Okay.
Yes,
I like
Gons
that.
Cleaning service. And then I sell plain tees. I do printing of plain tees. So the shirt I'm wearing now.
You made that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's when you said you're founder of Gons Cleaning and then Gons Teas.
Tees. Yes,
Okay. So a serial entrepreneur already.
Yes, sir.
Wow. I mean, has it been worth your while going down this path?
Oh yes. Starting out, everything is difficult. That's what I would say. But then if you keep doing it, you will find the right people. I heard a quote which is so interesting. It says that there is nothing too expensive. You just haven't found the right customer. So initially I was always contemplating on my pricing if it was too expensive. So I ended up selling it very cheap, but then I was running at a loss. But then now by God's grace, people have bought into the idea, and it's crazy now. The numbers are amazing. Yeah.
I like how you take your time and say the numbers are amazing. Well,
Yes.
I think it's an amazing story, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.
You're welcome.
And are you on any social media platforms? There are people out
Yes,
there
sir.
who want to find you so they can indulge in some lean meat.
Sure.
Yeah?
So
Share that with us.
We are on Snapchat, the Rabbit Man with a double N.
Okay.
On Instagram, the Rabbit Man 2024. On TikTok, the Rabbit Man with 3 N's.
Okay.
And our numbers are 053-801-3002. And then I forgot to add. So we just don't grill just like that. We also cater for events.
Oh, right.
So if you are doing an event, you want us to do meat, so we can add every type of meat for you.
To it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. But your specialty
Is
is rabbit.
rabbit.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, the Rabbit Man, Gideon Yami Che Osei. It's great talking to you.
Thank you.
All right. Time for us to wrap up. Today is the 7th of the 7th month in the year 2023. If you add the 2 and the 5 at the end, it becomes a 7. So today is a special day. 777 all the way. Enjoy the day, and may we all be prosperous. Back again tomorrow. Bye-bye, yo.